Hey y'all, I just came out of this new construction home and my goodness, we have some awesome features that are coming in through at a great budget. If you are considering coming here to the Emerald Coast and specifically here in the Navarre Gulf Breeze, this area here in Heather Place has got 4 different models and all different types of great stuff that you can expect from new construction. So we're going to be going through not just this one model, but multiple models here today. And we're going to go and check out what we have in store and what you can anticipate going forward. You want to stick around to the end because that's when we're going to go over the different prices. There's some awesome builder incentives that they're going to go in. And yeah, I'm flashing a paper in front of you because there's so much that we need to go over that you're going to want to know about prior to picking your home out here. So let's get going. All right, so we'll go ahead and switch this camera around and I want to show you quickly the outside that we have here. Now, this is really nice. You can see that it's got the brick and hardy board. Now, this does have the one side that has the brick and you can see on the outside it has the siding. Now, that's 3 of the different sides that do have the siding, but this brick looks really, really good at the very beginning right here in front. So let's take a look at this entryway here. Covered entryway, this is high, it's at least 12 feet. All of the models that you're gonna see are gonna have this same sort of entryway. And it will have usually a window above to help with the natural lighting coming inside. So let's go ahead and see what they got in this model. So coming in here through the front door, immediately when I come into here, I can see where the main area of living is going to be, and that is here into the living room, to the kitchen. This is what we consider the open concept. This is at least 12 feet tall, if not taller. These are vaulted ceilings that you see in the living room, but we're gonna get into this a lot further. The first thing that I want to do is I want to show you again, hey, we got some light coming through here. There's some really nice fixtures that go into this. This is all luxury vinyl. This is on every single model you're gonna get. These are standard features that you're gonna go for. So the first one I wanna go into is bedroom number 1. Now this has been used for an office, but in here you get a lot of nice, look at these big windows that we have here. And we have big closets. Now I'm not gonna open that since it's filled with stuff. But the good news is that you can put tons of stuff in there as well. You have wall-to-wall lush carpet in the bedrooms, which is really nice because most of the time you want the carpet in the bedrooms, not in your main areas, because here we do have sand. Lots and lots of sand. And it's that beautiful white sand that we have at the beach with the emerald colored water. The whole reason that you guys move here, or at least one of the reasons, right? But it gets everywhere. So if you're tracking it through, going through the front door or going into the kitchen real quick, it's okay because it's easy to clean up. Maybe get a Roomba or something to take care of that. But in the bedrooms where you want your feet to be cozy, it is cold out. You can see I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt now under my polo, and it's because, well, I'm a wuss with the cold now ever since I moved here. But it does get cold, and you're gonna want that, or an area rug that's gonna cover most of your bedrooms. So let's continue on the tour. You'll see these little doors, and if you're ever curious what these little doors are, this is where your HVAC unit is. That's your heating and cooling. We have both here. So if you come from an area that just requires heating, here in Florida, we require cooling as well in all of those homes. You're gonna want the cooling clearly, but it does get cold here. And if you're curious of what cold is, I'll go over that here later in the video for Florida cold. Okay, so we're gonna walk into the main bath. In here is a tub shower combo, and this is standard that you're gonna get with every single home that you're gonna get built. It does have the granite countertops. This is the same granite that's gonna be in the kitchen. You do have nice vanities, nice cabinetry in here. It does have the soft close. Now that's a big feature. I wanna make sure that each time that I go into a home, and it's gonna be brand new, that we get good solid features with that. And of course, when we look at the fixtures, they've got really nice lights hanging in here. So did a pretty good job in this model. Again, we'll go into the kitchen. The kitchen is definitely what you want to stick around for. There's lots of great stuff in here. So the builder was like, hey, you know, I got some other partners that are staying here that are using this other room. I don't know if you want to show them this. And I was like, Yeah, we'll go ahead and show them how messy you are. But if you can see behind it, this is the other bedroom. Decent size. You can put a twin in here with a couple of nightstands next to it, and you could perfectly fit this in here. If you wanted another office, clearly that's what they're using this for. It's pretty good, and it's got the window, and it's got good size closets. It's got the French door look to them. Pretty good in here. And you can see in the bedrooms that we do have the 8-foot tall ceilings, and everything else is more than 12 feet. Moving into our garage. Now, the garage is certainly messy, all right? But, you know, that's what you get for the builder, you know, in their model home. You'll notice one thing in here, and you're like, why isn't the garage finished? Now, they used to finish painting within the garages, but in order to save you on some price, they have elected not to do that anymore, okay? So now it's just kind of sprayed as you are, and you come in here and paint it. You can also ask them to paint inside. It may be an extra upcharge, but again, I've got some other builder incentives that you may be able to use that for later. So this box here is for your electrical. Over there in the corner by that spare door, it's gonna be your water heater. And we'll go into this more when there isn't one that isn't so darn cluttered. Either way, let's move on. All right, so the living room. Love this open space. This is the epitome of open. This is an open concept home. This is what everybody's really been looking for. You can see that they've staged this really nicely. We've got several windows in here. There are 3 or 4 windows in the main room to really bring in the natural light. Okay, they've used this area over here as a den, but this main area, you can see that they've put their faux TVs up there and then used this place over here as a desk area, as a little mini office. Tons of possibilities when you look at an open concept. This is just one of them. And we still need to go take a look at this kitchen. This is my favorite of all the models, but we're gonna talk about that here just in a minute, so stick around. Let's continue on our tour. So in here, we do have our laundry. This is nice because, well, there's no laundry in here, but you can see we got the hookups. We got the hookups. All right, so top load, front load, everything's gonna fit in here. It does have its own separate light in here, but big space, should be easy to move these in and out, which is super nice. You don't realize how convenient that is until you've got to move one. These models do have good storage. So here in the Barrington, we have some more storage here. You can see it's a mess. Thanks, guys. All right, and now into the master. The master, what makes something a master bedroom? It's because it has a bathroom attached to it. That's right, a bathroom over here. Now, there's something really cool on this bathroom that I can't wait to show you, but let's go ahead and just pan around for our master. So the bed that you're seeing in here now is just a twin, and it looks pretty small in the space, but it also shows us how big these rooms are, right? You've got 2 windows. We've got what they call tray ceilings, and we got a big old fan in there. Now, most of the models here in Heather's Place, they actually do have different models that have fans and don't. They are all wired to put ceiling fans in, but if you want a ceiling fan, this is the reason that you should be reaching out to us, because we can ensure that you get the models and what you're looking for, and know that how to use builder incentives to be able to get exactly what you're looking for. So make sure to give us a call or a text if you are ready to make this move and start in new construction. Okay, so let's go into the master bath. As I had told you before, this has dual vanities, beautiful dual vanities that are in here. This is that same granite, the same granite throughout the home. I don't know about you, but I really like having the same look throughout the home. Definitely makes this a lot better, right? Just looks really good. Same fixtures as before, plenty of space to hang towels. It's an interesting way to hang a towel, wouldn't you agree? I don't think I've ever done that. I feel like it would just get more wet. Okay, also, we do have these nice custom showers in here. That's just a stand-up shower that we have in here. But the cool part about this is it's separated. Most, but not all, but most of these will have a separate garden tub. So So what makes it between a garden tub and a jet tub? Well, it's because it's got jets, guys. But there's plenty of space. You can see that there's tons of space around here to put all your different decorations or whatever else that you're gonna need for this tub, but it's spacious. I'd go in and sit in it, but I think they'd get upset with me. Okay, so you're wondering where the closet is. This is on the other side of this model. This is a nice big walk-in closet. I'll walk in here just to prove to you that you can walk in it. What's a person like when they're in this closet? There I am, right? So big walk-in closet, plenty of space to hang all your stuff. There's plenty of space down here by the floor if you want to put one of those racks in for your shoes. Just tons of extra space in this unit. Pretty cool, huh? So every time that I'm looking at this, the reason I was excited about this, because if you live with a significant other and you're trying to get ready at the same time, if you don't have a lot of counter space, that gets plugged up real quick, and next thing you know, you're starting the day just hating each other because you didn't have enough room to get ready. That's why I love these nice granite countertops. This is why I love having all the space, because you have your own space. And not only that, but you have these extra drawers in here, right? In order for you to have your own place in here as well. So big mirror, so you're not jumping over each other, and plenty of counter space for you to get done what you need to get done. So that's what I look for in my family. All right, so let's move out. I'm so excited to go ahead and start to talk about the kitchen. Yes, let's take a look at this. What can I say about these custom crafted kitchens that we have here? First of all, these are premium staggered cabinets that they have in here. Now take a look at that. These are beautiful cabinets that they put in here. It does have cabinet crown molding. You can see that on the top there. It has these great granite countertops. Beautiful granite all throughout the house. I can see with the granite countertops too, this kitchen is made specifically for entertaining. So if that's something that's important to you, to have friends over and to be able to be in the kitchen, to be able to watch the TV, to put up different serving platters if somebody's coming over to watch a game or whatever, or you guys are playing board games, like this is a really nice setup for that. People can sit up at the bar, but you have tons of space. I don't know about you guys, but when my wife and I are in the kitchen, we're kind of on top of each other if somebody's not using the island versus having the counter space, right? If you got a big island, you don't got to worry about that. We have this, what they call a peninsula on the one side. You can see that there's outlets strategically put in certain places so that you can put different machines where you need to. See, there's another one right here. USB is actually part of some of these plugs that they're putting in. How cool is that, right? Like this is super convenient for not just cooking, preparing, but entertaining. You could see yourself in this, right? It does have what they call that buffet style breakfast bar, right? So you could probably fit a good 4 stools over there. You can see it set up for 2, but you could probably comfortably put in 4. And the nice part about this, I haven't even mentioned this yet, but one of the nice parts about this is this spacious pantry. Have you ever lived in a place that didn't have a pantry? I know I did, and I rented a place that didn't have a pantry in it, and I didn't realize how much I wanted one until I didn't have one, right? So this is nice. Like, take a look inside here. So we have tons of different space here. There's 4 different racks. You have plenty of space down here, right? Plenty of space down here in order to store whatever else you need, whether it's dog food, if you've got a puppy or whatever, cat food, and there's still space up here. And there's a light up here too, so that you can see what's in here when it's a little bit dark, maybe you got a midnight snack thing going on. So it's actually really nice to have this pantry, and it's really close to the kitchen, which just is phenomenal. So close up this pantry here and continue just to show you some of these things. Lots of storage, guys, really just tons of storage. Stainless steel appliances. Now, one thing you should know is that not all the appliances, the stove, the microwave, the dishwasher, all those typically come standard. However, if you want a refrigerator, if you want a washer and dryer, those are something that does need to be negotiated with the builder. Again, a reason to reach out to us realtors to represent you as a buyer, because we can negotiate these things for you a lot better than what the playing for the house with the builder is gonna do for you. In any case, I'm not gonna downplay them, we love those guys. But just to let you know what is typically included on here. So you have these Whirlpool stainless steel appliances, flat top range that I just talked about, your microwave and dishwasher down here. And these are pretty nice. Like I'll open it up so you can see. One thing that I always get concerned about is like, is there a third rack where you can put all of those like utensils, serving utensils, because I always forget about them. These just have big, deep racks, so you don't necessarily have to worry about it. So pretty awesome. One thing that you should be aware of too, anytime that you come in here and check out these units, is I always look up top here. Is there something that vents out? Now in this case, in these models, they don't. You have a recirculation fan. So just be aware of that when you move into a home like this. Okay, so next from the kitchen, if you're sitting here in your little breakfast bar area, or you go to your dining area, if that's what you choose for that to be, going into this part, you have nice big open French doors into your screened in patio. So in the screened in patio, it's really nice because it can get very buggy here in Florida. And all of these lots are sitting on 0.14 of an acre. Okay, those are all it, except some of the corner lots with the easements. Those are a little bit bigger, but you can see where the fence goes out to, right? You can see where this fence goes out to, and I'll show you in the other home, so you definitely want to stick around to see. But you can see how big this lot is, but it's good enough for a dog, for, you know, little swing sets for the kids, playpens, what have you. So just showing you a little bit of this outside, what the screened in porch looks like. And just look at the massive size of this outside HVAC unit. This thing's enormous. I love that because I want to have my house cool and I don't want to have to worry about sweating when I get home, since I did that all day. But nice little area if you want to put a bench out here, if you like to vape or smoke cigars, cigarettes, like this is a good place to go hang out and get out of the elements versus just an open porch. An additional thing here too that we've been seeing throughout this home, this model home specifically has blinds. Now, not all these homes are gonna have blinds. Again, this is another reason to give us a call or text if you're looking for new construction, because you'll wanna know the ins and outs and what the builders are doing in order to give you certain perks. And I've got that answer, but again, stick here to the end of the video. I will be able to give you some more. So, continuing to go through this home, you can also see that we have the dining area here that they've set up, a small table. You could easily get a long table in with a leaf in here. You could probably sit 8 to 10 people if you wanted to and not take up too much space. But through here, you can see yourself entertaining, having the family relax and not feel like you're on top of each other. And I think part of this, even though this Barrington model is 1,801 square feet and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with that 2-car garage that we were just in, with the vaulted ceilings, it just feels bigger. It feels at least 2,000 in here. And that's why I always caution a lot of buyers when they're purchasing any home, when you look at square footage, you don't know what that's gonna feel like, right? And there's pretty much everything that you would need to live in here with a small size family, and it looks pretty spacious, right? So let's go ahead and walk outside here, because what I want to do is I'm gonna go out and we're gonna walk down to the next model. So what we just saw again was the Barrington. What we're gonna go after this is we're gonna go to the Montego, the Lancaster 2 and 3. Actually, it's just 2 and 3. I don't know what the original Lancaster is, but they haven't made it anymore. Didn't make it past the first cut, apparently. But when they are building out here, guys, they're building 3 different phases. They're in phase 3. They've built 250 homes, but they've still got up to 600 that they're gonna build. So there's plenty of opportunity. Depending upon what model and where you want it, this is where we get to negotiate it. Again, a reason to give us a call to talk more about that. So why don't we go ahead and I'll get my sunglasses on because it's pretty bright out here, and we're gonna go check out those other models. Let's go. All right, so thanks for sticking around. We are now going to preview the Montego. That's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that is 1,735 square feet. That's this one behind me. So let's go ahead and get my beautiful mug out of the way so you can see what this looks like. As you can see, a bit of a different model. It does have that same brick and hardy board at the front with the 3 sides vinyl. That has still been standard, but now you have a little bit longer of a walkway to get into the home. This is really nice though, looking at this entryway, again, 12 feet or better. And you'll see that there is a window that is sitting right there. And you have some decoration options, huh? So pretty cool. So let's go ahead and step inside. Now this one, it won't be as pretty, so I'm warning you now, just because it is vacant. But let's see what we got. It's got that new build smell. All right, these ceilings are so tall, my goodness. Okay, this feels, especially without anything in it, enormous. But here's that kitchen like we were talking about. This is super nice because we have the opportunity here to really just be able to entertain. You still got the options for the bar stools and everything else that you want on here. Good amount of counter space, but oh no, what are we missing? Again, there's that refrigerator. Once again, guys, give us a call, text to talk about how to negotiate properly for those appliances. So you can see here we have the master. I'm gonna go in that in here just in a moment. Over here, we can see the layout that gets us into the garage and the laundry area. Over here is our office area with these 2 nice open French doors. Another storage area, and then in here you have your bath and your 2 bedrooms. So let's just take a look at this bedroom real quick. Nice storage in here. It's a good size bedroom. It's got the textured wallpaper or the textured paint that's in here. Most of the paint that they use here is just your standard Sherwin-Williams. But again, you can see in this model, it's just got one of the regular lights, commonly called a nipple light. But these are wired for a ceiling fan if that's something you want to get put in. So you can see that it's got the 2 sets there. So in here is your main bathroom, your shared bathroom for these 2 rooms. Tub shower combo, looking good. And over here we have our other bedroom. This one looks a bit larger. It doesn't have as much light just because it's got a smaller window, but still pretty nice. All right, so again, we'll walk in here. Just look at this. Like, it's got nice lighting, it's got everything. Again, we've got the master, but we'll go over there in a sec. So this is interesting because it's got a window and is big enough, but this is the den area. Now, in the Montego, if you wanted to get a 4-bedroom, this is what would be converted into the bedroom, is this exact room. But to save space, because they only want a 3-bedroom with an office, maybe that's what you're looking for, this is now your office. What makes a bedroom? Does anybody know? It actually has to be at least 7 feet wide, it has to have a closet, and it has to have a window. Interesting, right? Okay, so in here we have our laundry room. This is the area that we're going to have our pantry. Big, big pantry, just like that other one. And the lights are on for this. And here's where your washer and dryer would go. The good news here, the thing that I love about this is that there's a door. So this way, I know the modern washer and dryers don't make too much noise, but I could close this off and I wouldn't have to hear it. Little things, right? And of course, this is our standard 2-car garage. As I promised you, we would go through and see what one looks like with nothing in it. And here we are. So again, we've got our electrical. This isn't painted. Again, that's something that you could talk about and negotiate if you need to. And we have our water heater. This is what a new one looks like. Pretty nice, right? Okay, so I know you've been waiting for it, so we're gonna head over there. We're gonna take a look at the master. So what does this master look like? So here we have French doors. They're kind of on a corner, as you can see, right? Let's look at the floor. It's on a corner there, which brings in these 2 giant windows. Put a big old California king right in the middle here. Still have room for your dressers, your nightstands, everything. As I said before, a lot of these outlets in here, if you can see, they actually do have the USB in there. Of course, you can always change these out later if it isn't in the spot that you want, but it's nice that it's already here. So again, looking at the master, dual vanities, kind of like we saw in the Barrington model. We do have the stand-up shower, separate to the tub. You can see that it looks big. Big old walk-in closet and a separate area for the commode in here. Okay, so pretty nice, guys, right? So this is that Montego model that we have. If you want to think about what this is gonna look like with another bedroom, so if you're looking for 4, it's just basically this den over here, this den back here. What we did is they just took that out. This one corner they built out so that they could actually put in a closet. And there you have it. And now instead of the French doors that are here, you're gonna have just a single door, just like a regular bedroom door. Okay, so if you are good with this home, what I would like to do now is let's walk across the street and I wanna show you the Lancaster model. Okay, let's go show the Lancaster model. All right, and as we're walking over there, there's a couple of things that you should know about these properties, right? And first of all, like they do have high ceilings in all the different areas that there are there, right? We have those ceiling fans, mostly in the family rooms that are out here, just to show you a little bit about this community. Tons of space over there to grow, right? Every master that we looked at and that we're gonna continue to look at, because this is the last one we're gonna have here, is going to have a walk-in closet, garden tub. Select plans are gonna have that. In most of the ones that we've seen, the ones that are built do have that. They do have that separate tile shower. It's got that hinge glass in the master as well. So we got that going for us too. Those big 36-inch vanities and granite countertops. You got the undermount sinks in all the bathrooms. Some really top quality paint. We looked at that in this last home. We have those decorative baseboards. We'll look at more of that as we come through here. So how is this one different? Now this one doesn't have as long as a path to go into the home because the garage is going further in. This reminds me a little bit of the Barrington, but it does have a longer kind of walk through here versus you just going immediately into the home. So this one here is the Lancaster, and this is the Lancaster 2. So this one's gonna be a little bit smaller at the 1473. So let's see what this looks like. So again, as we walk through here, similar type of fixtures throughout this home. And you can see that, yeah, they took a little of it out in this common space. However, you still have these big vaulted ceilings. Gosh, it looks like it's 18 feet tall. It's probably only 15, but you can see as the side of the house comes down here into the kitchen, this actually, other than the other model, shows to me that it looks like there's way more counter space in here. They did a great job with being able to put this in the amount of space. They do have the pantry immediately there, which is nice. Then we do have out here our backyard. Again, you can see this one doesn't have a screened in part here, but that is something that you can negotiate. And where that dirt is, see where that dirt is, guys? Like that's where the end of the line or the end of the lot is. So it still looks pretty good, right? So here's our master. We'll go into that in just a sec, but let's venture, those are our other bedrooms, but let's venture over here into what I'm assuming is our garage, and it is, woo! All right. Now, why is there a double door here? Well, this is where your washer and this is where your dryer would go. So they made pretty good space of this. And the nice part is, because most homes, guys, in Florida, they typically had these washer and dryers in the garage. Imagine it being like 90 degrees out and then your garage is like 115 and having to go out there to do laundry. No thanks. So they've created these separate areas. No big surprise in here. Same size 2-car garage, a little bit different on the design, but no surprises. All right. And again, just kind of looking at this kitchen. Now, as I stand in it, it seems a little tight. I'm actually standing where the refrigerator would be. But again, it's tough to know exactly what's gonna fit for you, but they do a great job for this space. And for the price, and again, I'm gonna go over the price here in a little bit, for the square footage, like they've done an amazing job. There's just nothing better than having a brand new home and not having to worry about other people's problems. All right, let's keep going. So we also have over here, that's our coat closet, and we have our first bedroom over here. So this is the same size-ish, yeah. seems a little bit more boxy in this model, but it's probably the same size as we saw those other bedrooms outside of the master. And it does have a decent size, actually pretty big size closet in here with lots of natural light. This is one thing I do like. One thing here in Florida, what I think is interesting, is these windows go all the way down. Like, look at that. That is shin level, guys. You can see my cool Chuck Taylors, right? Growing up in New York, I got real used to the older houses having that, but it looks like they've gone back to that in some of these models. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys like, or if you prefer the other ones. But here you go, some more vanities, decent sized vanities, a tub shower combo, and then right behind us is this other bedroom. The one thing that is really nice for those that live in with their families and their kids is having what they call a split bedroom concept, okay? The good news is that your bedroom's way over there, and the kids, the teenagers, whatever, are on this other side. So as they're screaming or whatever they're doing, having a great old time, living the best kid life ever, you can have your own separate space, which is pretty darn nice. Almost necessary if you've never had it. Okay, so going in here, this is very similar. We also have the tray ceilings on the top. It's got the ceiling fan. You saw that in the living room. We've got a big old fan in there as well. Very good size, probably the same as the other model that we just looked at. And let's take a look at the bath. Again, luxury vinyl within here. This is nice with the two vanities. This seems spacious. When I walk in here, it looks like we do have some space. And if you're like, hey, where's the extra storage? Woo, look at this walk-in closet. This is bigger. This is actually the biggest walk-in closet that we've seen. So here at the Lancaster 2, you're gonna get it. All right, so continuing to look in here, we still have our separate area for your commode. And you also have your garden tub in this model. And plenty of, look at the size of this. Like, I love having this. Thank goodness that it is textured into the bathroom, but it brings in a lot of natural light here. And this is in the afternoon as well, so this is what you could anticipate for that. And of course, those custom tile showers that I've been talking about all day. All right. So some things to keep in mind here, and I am checking off some things that I forgot to mention for these models, is that you do have some low maintenance for the vinyl exteriors. We talked about that. You have that distinctive design that is in this neighborhood, which you'll see in a lot of our drone footage. We've got that durable sectional area for your garage. And let's step outside. Just because it became a nice day. It was 30 degrees out earlier. All right, which is not typical, by the way. But you also have the reliable copper wiring throughout, right? None of the other old stuff that we had in there, all your PEX piping systems. And interestingly enough, you do have partial gutters throughout the home. You don't have it all the way around, but most of the time you don't necessarily need it. As far as like energy features and things like that, we've got your 50-gallon energy saver. That's that water heater that we talked about. You've got the R1936 fiberglass ceiling. You've got the R13 exterior wall installation. More and more of this stuff, guys, that is great for this home. We've talked about the features. I don't think I'm really missing too much, but if you want more information on it, please do reach out to me. So let's talk about what these pricings are and some of the dealer incentives, right? We're finally gonna get there. So for these different designs, what are we looking for? So what we're looking for are our Montego, that 1735 that we looked at. That's at a price of $384,082. That's that price that we typically have. Now there are some extras on top of it, which I'm about to go into. You're looking at your Lancaster 2 is $366,034. And then lastly, that Lancaster 3 was $387,532. Like very specific prices, right? But Tim, what if I want that Montego with the 4th bedroom? I'm glad you asked. For that one, that is still $384,832. So not too much of a big change when it comes into that. If you do have questions about this, like, hey, what are the builder incentives? Hey, I got that coming for you too. They don't really want me to say too much about these quite yet, but I'm gonna give you the scoop on them. So right now what they're doing is they are offering to pay your closing costs if you end up using one of their preferred lenders, and their lenders that they have here are pretty good. So they'll pay all your closing costs. That's huge. It could be $8,000 to $10,000 that they'll pay for that you don't have to bring to closing. One other thing that you may want to know for this is that they are offering $5,000 for certain options. Now, how to use those, again, that's a reason to give us a call, but basically you'll be able to use them for whatever you're looking for. You want that fridge, you want a fence put up, things like that that aren't standard in these homes. They will give you at least up to $5,000 now. That could be changing, so give us a call and we'll let you know what the scoop is so that you can time it perfectly. Additionally, there is an HOA here, but it's not that much. Can you guess what it is? It's only $175 a year. That's it, okay? All the utilities that are here they're all underground, so you don't have to worry about if a storm comes through and wrecking your neighborhood. There's just tons of great stuff here, guys. I'm sure I'm leaving something else out here. However, if you want more information and you want to see other homes like this in different areas, other builders, other great properties, go ahead and click one of these links here above. We'll not only tell you about different properties, but we'll tell you the pros and cons of the different areas and everything you want to know. There are hundreds of videos here on our channel. Please go check this one out now. I'd watch it. Oh yeah, definitely.